Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It's a semi-cloudy today. Currently, it is 25 degrees Celsius, feels like 29 with the humidex, which means that 76 Fahrenheit feels like 84 with the humidex. Currently a level 2 for the air quality, so it's another beautiful day. My desk is a mess. I have been working very, very hard to get this journal done. I was hoping to have it done prior to today, but I've just been busy working and working and working on the bits that go in it. I do have signatures ready, a signature ready to go in. Um, but because this isn't something that I normally do, right? Like, I'm usually critters and flowers. Doing a car one has really made me work, guys. It's really made me work because it's a lot of fussy cutting. We all know how well I do that. So if I get it together and the closure done, I will be happy to let it go the way it is once it's stuffed. If I don't, if I have extra time, I will definitely be adding some more little bits to it. But, you know, getting it to the complete stage, I can abandon it the way it is. So I took some, we're going to start by putting in the signature pamphlet stitch. I took my embroidery floss, I waxed it with the beeswax so it's ready to rock. Yeah, okay. So this is the signature that's going to go in. So before we put it in, we're going to just make sure that all the pages are right side up because we know that in the past I have ended up having some upside down pages, which is okay, but you know, we're trying to make it look reasonable, right? Hey, Lisa, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So I am putting the, not necessarily finishing touches. Well, yeah, okay. I'm going to stuff the journal, and like I say, if I decide that's it, I still have lots of bits I can put in to add to the pages, but I would be happy to let it go the way it is. I'm just making sure all the pages are right side up for sewing in. You having a good weekend, Lisa? Okay, so I have put the holes in. I have put the holes in the cover as well. So to do the pamphlet stitch, we go in through the center. Fair? Okay. Well, it's better than horrible. This is the cover. The cars were bigger than I anticipated, so they do wrap around nicely. I used that strip of road signs on the spine. And I did 2 signatures, and I've got elastic in so there's floating pages. So the person can take it out. Now, of course, I have to make sure this is right side up because it's on the needle and I spun it. Okay, this is up. The yarn's on the upside. So we're going to start by going out through this center hole here. And we're going to pull through to about this length. Now we're going to remove this yarn from here. Trying not to let things slide too much because it just makes it harder. So then we're going to go in this top hole and not through the finger. Kim, move your finger. Okay, in through the top hole, and we're going to look for where the hole is in the signature, and we're going to put the needle through. reasonably snug. Then we're going to go down through the bottom holes. Now this is where it kind of slid a little bit, which is not a good thing. So I have to kind of find the holes in the pages, not necessarily singly, but almost singly. Because the more holes, the weaker it's going to be. All right, so I've got it through all the holes. So we went through the center, through the cover, brought it back through the top. Now we go all the way to the bottom and through the cover. Find the center. Now we're going to come back to the center of this. Just making sure that, okay. Pull that one snug. This one needs to be tightened up. Oh, dear. Oh, you're finishing off the dress? Lovely. That's lovely. Is it for a special occasion? Back to school or something? Now you want to make sure that the center thread is only on one side of the one that you pulled down to the bottom. We're going to pull that reasonably snug. And then we're going to go back to the center. And we're going to come out on the other side of that long strand. We're going to pull that quite snug. And then we're going to tie it off. We'll take the needle off because we don't need to get blood on it at this stage. So I believe that's all I need the needle for. You're a week behind. Ah, I know that feeling. Put the needles away. So now we're just going to tie a double knot. Maybe before I do that, just double check that we've got this right side up. I do. All right. Now we're just going to tie knots in it. Does she live close to you? You don't have to ship it to her, do you? And we're just going to trim this one down so that it's not quite as long. There, we've got the 2 signatures in the journal, ready for stuffing. But there's this big gap in the middle, like I said. I had thought of doing a 3rd signature, but again, I'm short on time. So what I did was I did this little envelope signature. It's got lots of pockets, lots of places to stuff. Let's stuff that a little bit before we put it in the book so I don't have to go back to it. So I've got 2 of these. I've got a few pages in there already. I just want to put like little lined pieces of paper in there. So I can take this. Hey, Lee, nice to see you. Nice to see you. You're cooking food? All right. So let's grab a ruler. And I'm just going to tear a few pieces from this. And I'm just going to put them in one of these little envelopes sections. And in hopes, oh, they're too tall. Okay, I'm going to have to cut off a couple of lines because I want them to fit right in. I think there, just above this line. Did you have a good weekend, Lee? Hi, Tony. Welcome, welcome. I just sewed in the second signature for the journal. I'd had the first one sewn in for a while. So now I'm stuffing. So this is going to be the centerpiece of the journal. I have an elastic going down the center, and this is just going to float in there so that the people can take it out and add to it whatever they like. So I'm just stuffing now. I'm just looking for like little line bits of paper that I can tuck in all these envelopes. Just to have some writing space. I did do, oh no, where did you go? I have a whole bunch of stuff that I've completed. Well, we're not having a good time here. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of stuff ready to go into the journal part itself, but I need to, like, I've got all kinds of stuff that I made for stuffing that part. This part, I've got a few things that I can stick in, but I have to cut them down, etc. So, you're in your craft room, working on your October challenge. What's your October challenge? Just fold this one in 4. So they've got a nice long piece. A lot of this stuff I have written lines on. The stuff that's going in the big part of the journal. But all these little bits, I'm just putting in various papers. Some is lined, some is not, just so that they've got bits to write notes on. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. I've got all these thin strips that, let's do a couple in this light blue. And again, I'm just going to fold it in 4. These ones I'm not decorating or anything. I'm just putting bits of paper in. Some with lines, some without lines. ATC challenge. What kind of ATC challenge are you doing? Nosy people. Oh, pardon me. Inquiring minds want to know. So I've got one more section in here that needs a little something. How about a lot of these pieces of paper are way big. You know what I'm going to do? I have this piece. I'm going to rip it. Are you doing like an ATC a day? Are you doing spooky ATCs? What are you I'm sorry, I was thinking, do I want to rip this in half? Or do I want to just fold it in half and do... Okay, we're going to cut it along here. Ooh, big. I think I probably should have cut that a little bit thinner. You know what? I'm going to take these muck water edges off. I haven't done any challenges on my channel. Daily prompt from a list. Ooh. So a prompt a day for 31 days. That sounds like fun. Okay, so if I fold it, see, now it's still too tall. Well, we didn't think that out very well, did we? Maybe I need to cut off one more line. I'm just going to cut off to this line here. And then I can just fold it in half. And put it in the last section. This way. You fit, you fit, you fit. All right. So that little envelope accordion thing is full. I've got this here. I made these tags. So I'm going to put a tag in this one. I had black ribbon and I painted yellow splashes on so that it looks like road. I think I'm going to put a tag in each of these. I made 6 of them, so it's a perfect way to use them up. There, I've got 2 left to put in the book. I'm just putting single items in each of these envelope things because it's just going to show where they can put stuff in. And then I've got these envelopes. I haven't decorated them at all. That would fit. Okay, I'm going to put a piece. No, I'm not. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in there. Then I am going to take a piece of my diagonal lined paper. I stamped racing flags on it. Just, like I say, I'm just putting something in each place so that they just know that they can put stuff in there. I stamped some screw heads. I have a stamp of screw heads that I use. That sounds like a blast. It does. Now some of these I did 5 of, some of them just 4 of. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to stick one of these hand-drawn lines on the back into this one. So I'm going to consider these done. Like I say, I can come back and decorate this. I'm not worried about that right now. This has something. Now I've got this one. Yeah, it does sound like fun. October is going to be a busy month for me, though. I have 2 crops I'm going to. Are you going to fit in there? Ooh, just. So I'm going to stick this one in here. Oh, nope, doesn't want to because it's just a little bit thick. You know what? I'm going to cut it down the line here. I'm really bad for starting things like that, Tony, and then not finishing them. I admit it. All right, so then I've got this one. Look, I've got all kinds of little sections here to put things in. I didn't outline that. The only reason I'm putting these lines on is just to show whoever gets the journal that it's an opening to tuck things in or to look in. If you know what I mean. This one. Okay, I'm just going to fold this in half and stick it in there. I just want all kinds of little writing bits, right? Because it's a journal. Who knows what they want to put in it? Now, I have this big one. We'll put a tag in there. Okay, there's a tag in there. I need something in here. What else have I got? You know what? I might put a tag in that one as well because I have the 6 tags. And this one needs something a little bit stiffer to go inside it. Okay, so that's 2. I've got one here. I'm going to take this one and stick it in there. And I have one here. So I will stick another little one in there. Hey, Eva Rose, nice to see you. Oh, thank you. This is the center signature of a journal I am doing for a fundraiser. So I either had to, because I did such a wide spine, I didn't want it to be too gator mouthed. I did a really wide spine. I've got 2 signatures. This is going to be in the center under an elastic. So basically, I'm just sticking little line bits of paper and stuff in here so that they've got additional writing stuff. So this is one of those little accordion envelope pockets. So I need to put a little bit of something in each of those. I've got some strips of blue paper that is not lined, but that's fine because maybe they just need to write a couple of notes or, you know, give it to somebody to get their phone number. My desk is a mess. I have been working on this all weekend. Seriously. Okay. So there's that one. We'll use a light blue one as well. And like I say, I'm just putting single things in these envelopes because it's more a case of letting people know that they can put something in there. I'm just looking to see what I've got beside me here yet. I have this one with the little racing flags on. I think that's too big. I think that's what I determined last time, wasn't it? Yeah. I'll take this one. And I will tear it in half and then fold it. That's what I'll do. So maybe not in half. We'll do it like this. If it's half, it's half. If it's not, it is not. All right. It's a little tall. Got to take one row off. Fold that in half and stick it in a pocket. 3. I got something in the very back one already. So I need 2 more. We'll use this one. Take a row off that as well. And it's okay if it's the same thing in there because, as I say, we're just stuffing. I have lots of blank areas in this journal. This is, like I say, when I did this journal, these two are still just a little tall. I'm going to take another line off. Normally when I do a journal, I have all the stuff to do it. This journal, I had to go and buy car stuff. A friend of mine sent me a bunch of car stuff. So I've been printing and fussy cutting, and it's not the same as if I was doing my own work, because I have, it's not my style. It's just not my style. So this is kind of like one of those little flip floppy things. I'll show you in a minute. I'm just going to fold this and tuck it in the last hole here. All right. So I have another little accordion file on this side with envelopes lined. This is an envelope folded in half. It was a 10 by, I don't know what, but it opened across the top here. So just a bit of decor, no pockets. It's got a tag, blank space, some more lines. Normally I doodle on all the lined little bits that I do. I'm now out of time, I think. So there's this one. Then for the center, I've got 2 envelopes, just plain white envelopes. I put some car stuff on the outside. Again, single pieces of paper in them. Another side of that envelope with a tag. Then I did a little flip-floppy thing. So I've got a big pocket between. I've got pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. And of course the 2 envelopes that go like this. They overlap. Another envelope with a tag, more lined paper. See, some of them are not decorated. And then on this side I've got the lined and that accordion tab. So this, now I'm going to put it in the journal. So I've got this elastic in the middle, and I am just going to slip it under the elastic. I still need to make a book board for this book. So it's going to be a chunky journal for sure. I stitched this signature in when we started this dream. This one was already in. I have decided I am just going to do a wrap kind of cover with a button on it. Let's get the button happening. Oh, where's the other piece of the button? Come on. So there's the button. It's a tire. But I took some black reinforcements because you need a little bit of a spacer. The car show is this coming Saturday. So I probably have to have it to them Thursday or Wednesday. So I got 2 days. So I'm using this as a little washer, and I have a big gold brad. So I'm going to put it through the tire, through the washer spacer thing, through the grommet, and we'll spread that out. And I am going to leave it just the way it is, so that they can, maybe I'll put some note. As I say, right now this is going the way it is. So then I will take ribbon and put it through the back so it'll wrap around, and then they can wrap it around the button. I also found an old Chrysler key that I can have hanging. Aside from that, I haven't done paper clips. I haven't done page tabs. Brutal. All right. So let's stuff it now. I've got all this stuff here where I have stamped, and you know. Hey, Jan, nice to see you. Just trying to finish off this beast of a book. So it's a chunky chunk book. We're stuffing. We're just stuffing now. This is not a pocket or anything. It's just a little flip up corner. Oh, let's get on screen. Writing spot. I still have to do the book board for this book. This needs to be stuffed. I'm going to take one of these double-sided pieces of paper with the gears on it. As I say, I'm only putting one thing in each pocket right now. I can always come back and add more. I still have some cutout stuff that I could glue down. I'm running out of time. I have a big pocket here. Let's put in this car parts thing. Lots of blank space for them to add whatever they need. This also is a pocket. Let's add a piece of paper with screws stamped on it. So I'm going to do the first half of this signature, then I'm going to move over to the next signature. Just so I don't run out of stamp stuff. This is just a little flip. There's nothing behind the flip. This is not a pocket or anything. It's just lined paper that's glued down. Little cluster, spark plug, and a gear. Okay, so that's the center of this signature. This signature is all stuffed. We just did that. I don't know. I have to phone them and find out when they need it. So now we're going to move over to the, again, this is not a pocket. It's just a little corner notebook thing. Again, we've got a nice big belly band thing there. I want something bigger for it. How about this? Remember I did this little pocket and it doesn't, it's not glue downable because it's on both sides. So what I did was I took all those tires, fussy cut them out, drew lines on the back of them. So I think that's going to go under this belly band like this. I've got this little corner tuck. How about one of these with the gears stamped on? Another big pocket here. How about a piece of paper with a car on it? Just blank on the back, but you know, everybody needs just a scrappy bit of paper. And again, we're going to go to the front, to the center of the, this is just a flip out, an old Nova. I ordered, remember I was talking about getting stuff from Temu and I said it wasn't going to be here till the 10th. I got it the very next day, or maybe that evening, whatever. So I had this die cut for a little gear frame. Hey, Sherry, welcome, welcome. So, okay, so now we're at the center here. Okay, let's go back to the center on this one and add stuff. And then we can go back and add additional things. This is just a flip that is just glued down. Again, this is not a pocket. It's just one of those little extra notebook things. Oh, thanks, Sherry. There's the other gear thing. I kind of did equal on both sides. Okay, we've got the text spot here. I have these as well that I need to stuff. So I will do those after I've got the stuff in all these. In all these. Put one of those in there. These are lined on the back. Big pocket here. What do we want to put in there? How about one of these? There's a nice big one. Lines and gears. It's lined on both sides. All right. So this signature has something in every single pocket. This has something in every single envelope area. Let's go to the center of this one and work our way through the other side. Okay, this one. This is that Medina fold thing. So you've got, I definitely have to make a book board yet for this. So you've got there, 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 and there for tucking things in. And of course, I left it open so we can tuck something under there. Oh, nice, Sherry. Nice, nice. So let's start by putting something beneath here, right? So we've got that tuck. And then we've got all these little tucks. And you know, thinking about it, I probably put that in totally upside down. We'll put one of these in. There. And another little something. I've got these just little lined blue papers. We'll stick it in there. I think that's all I'm going to put in here because the other ones are going to be out the side and out the bottom. So I'm just going to leave them as they are. I'd never done one of these before. Thought that I would give it a try. Not sure I'm a big fan, but I glued it in because I did. So now I've got some of these really long lined pages. So I'm going to fold it in half with the car hidden, of course. The same car that's on the... That's okay. That's okay. Ah, yes, this is the one where I glued the whole thing down. I had to come behind and cut through, so it was a pocket. That's why I put that there. Shh. Lots of space for writing. Lots and lots. This is just another little flip. Another big pocket here. Let's use one of these with the flags. Stick it in. There's another flippy out car. This again is not a pocket. It's just a little envelope. Not envelope, little notepad thing. No pockets there. No pockets there. Well, this one doesn't have as many pockets as the other one does. All right, so I've got all this extra stuff. See, now, if somebody's writing this journal, they can take this out, right? This is removable, so they can take that out so that they've got lots of space to write. This definitely is going to be a hindrance when it comes to writing in the journals. Hence, I need book boards. I need book board anyways for this, but all right. So I've got all these bits left. Now I'm just going to go back and add second pieces randomly. Stick another one in here. Anybody do anything really exciting this weekend? One there. Let's stick stamped with screws there. Put something bigger here. This has all kinds of stuff stuck in it, just showing them where things can be tucked. Let's put another little piece in here. Random double ups, guys, random double ups. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you, thank you. We'll add something to this for sure. I think I've got 2 here yet. Nope, it's just very thick paper. Just very thick paper. Tuck that in there. Oh, yeah. I also did these 2 little mini journals. And the pages are stamped with, because I got the stamps from Timu, right? Loud and proud. Whoever said money can't buy happiness bought the wrong car. Gotta hustle for the muscle. So I've got these 2. So I'm going to put 1 in each signature. Maybe they should go under the belly bands. Yes. Under that belly band. I know there's one here. Oh, that's got that in it. That's okay. We'll put that one in there. Yeah, this is going to be one chunky beast. Chunky beast. Look, I've got all these little bits left. Let's just tuck you in there randomly because I can. Nice. Nice. I worked on this on the weekend. Oh, no, I lied. I did go to the city and drop something off at my niece's house for my sister. Okay, now I'm going to make sure all the spots have 2 pieces in it. That's got lots. That's got 2. Stick this one in here. I still have to stuff these. What I was going to do with these was glue them down like that, and then I decided that's not going to work. So I have to stuff little things in the pockets. I've got 2, one for each journal side, each signature. Do you think this journal's decorated enough, guys? I feel like it's so naked compared to what I normally do. But I'm working on trying to keep it more masculine. And I think that's part of the problem. This is all envelopes. And each envelope has stuff in it. It's got 2. Oh, thanks, Jen. I did a whole bunch of tags. I'll pull one out and show you guys right away. Looks like everything's got 2 pieces in it. I'm going to go back and do... Oh, that one does not. Let's use one of these. One of those. And I'll show you what I did. See, there's no pockets in the back few pages. So that's okay. So the tags that I did, I mucked them, added a whole bunch of little bits of things. And for the ribbon, I had black ribbon and I painted yellow lines on it. Sherry, I want this done. It has to go out. It's needed for Saturday. So, I mean, I've got so much stuff. that's ready to go in. I just haven't had time. So there's 6 of those tags. Okay, so I still have, let's stuff these little guys. See, now we're getting into the chunky part where it's a beast. It's a beast. But like I say, we can take this, they can take that out and have it separate. Got all these roads sticking out the top. So I figure I'm just going to use a black ribbon. I don't know if I'm going to put the yellow dashes on it or not. It's just going to be wrapped around and then this, and it will have this Chrysler key hanging from it. Aside from that, that's the only bling. The reason being, it's supposed to be masculine. Not that I know any males that really use journals, but I don't want to start putting flowers or anything in it just in case, like just in case. Okay, let's find little bits to put in here. Got 2 little 4 pockets in each. Got that. I got this. What else can be folded? This can be folded. Oh, look, I've got these leftover rims. I can stick a rim in a few of these holes as well, just in case, they just, they want to jot down a note, they can jot down a note. That works for me. Thanks, Lisa. A little piece of blue there, little piece of blue here. I got these with the cars on. Oh, I got 4 of them yet. Well, do they fit? They do. Nothing on the back. Can only draw lines so often, and I mean, I've printed so many of my pages with lines on. Loving the dreads, yeah. I decided not to take anything out to run over. There's only so much time in a day, and this has taken up an awful lot of time. As you guys know about, when we do journals, they take time. They really do take time. All right. So each of those has a little bit of something in. What else have I got? I still got quite a few of these tags that I did. Got 5 of those. And I got a couple of these. And I've got this piece that I was going to trim off the edges. Yeah, definitely takes time to do. Especially if you're edging all the pages. I mean, that took me an entire day to double edge the pages and spatter them. I tore it, so I have to straighten this edge. It'd probably be easier just to get the cutter out, but I really don't have room on my desk. Really don't have room on my desk. And we're going to cut this one here. All right, so we've got a few things left to tuck in. All right, so we're going to start at the front, except one of those has to go in each signature. All right, so of course I want to put a little pocket here. Maybe what I'll do is I will put some tape on that, and I will do a tuck spot because I want to put in one of those letters from the bookmaker. And I also have how to use this journal. So I think that's what I'll do is I'll use one of these pages. I'll double it and make a text spot there for that. Okay, so we're just adding as we go. This is pretty full. This could use another little something. We'll add this one. I'm going to do every other one, just so that things are more evenly distributed. I'm thinking that the way they do the silent auctions is they make up bundles of stuff. So this is probably going to get stuck in a bundle with something else. Yeah, that's pretty heavy in the middle there. This one. Thank you, thank you. You know, and I learned things doing it, right? Because I did all the edging of the pages. Then I put them through the printer to put the lines on them. Well, a lot of them jammed up in the printer, so I've got all kinds of weird corners. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, this signature for some reason doesn't have as many pockets. It's because I decided I was going to do 3 signatures, and then I changed my mind and did 2 signatures. You know how it goes. And like I say, I didn't what? I didn't do something. Gone. It's gone. Oh, goodness. Do you have gears on it? No. Variety. Got to do a variety. Even though they're the same, they got different stamps. All right. Still have stuff left. We'll go back and start filling in those ones that I didn't add to. So it is kind of fun. Like I say, I still need to do a book board. I still have stuff cut out that I can glue in, but I wanted to get it to a stage where if I didn't get this stuff in, I wouldn't feel bad about it leaving my house. Like if they need it today or tomorrow, I will consider it ready to go. And I won't feel bad about it going. It'll be what it will be. I mean, I made little postage stamps. Did we do that while you guys were here? I made a whack load of little postage stamps. So these are things that I have ready for my other journals, but because this is specifically car related, because it's going for a car show, I didn't have as much car stuff, obviously. It's just not something I happen to have on hand. That already has 3 pieces. It's going to have 4. Got one more of these. We'll stick you in there. Doesn't matter anymore. Now these have to go in. You know what? What if I tuck them like this into these envelopes? Oh yeah, look. Look how cute that looks. All right. That's a beastly big center. All right, all right. So I am going to go into the other room and get that black, no, I'm not, it's right here. I have this black seam binding ribbon. This is what I used on the tags. Do I or do I not want to double it? Do I just want to tie it singly? I think I'm just going to do it single because a lot of times the double gets all knotted up. So I need it to go around from the back, tie on. We'll do it this way. Stand up. Stand up. Do I want to go around twice? I'm going to do just another couple of inches. It's okay if it's long. I can trim it down after. See, that's kind of, it's so heavy it hangs out. Maybe what I have to do is put in some glue underneath a little bit more of that elastic. Let's take you out. Take you out. See, it's very loose. So maybe what I can do, I can't cut it. It's all glued and stapled down. Maybe I could, the staple won't go through all that. Ideas, ideas. Let's put some double-sided tape. About 1/2 inch worth of double-sided tape. What do you guys think? And that will tighten it that little bit more. It's still pretty loose. Let's get some double-sided tape. So what do you think? Should I do the yellow dashes for road on this? Should I leave it? Oh, look. I forgot about these. I've got these as well. I could put those in. I think these are pretty full. I could put one in each of these little envelope things. Because they're cute. But I mean, this is, hey, Belinda, this is what takes the amount of time, right? Is you do all these little bits. Getting down to the nitty gritty, Belinda. Getting down to the nitty gritty. All right. So this is the center of the journal. It goes under this elastic. This elastic is pretty loose. So I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided tape, about 1/2 inch up worth, just to tighten it that little bit. And then I'm going to use this as the wrap for the journal. But now I need to decide if I'm going to leave it black. Hey, Monica, do I leave it black or do I paint yellow lines on it like a road? I'm taking ideas. And then I'll do a flip through. Let me put this tape in. A little bit of tape, a little bit of glue, and We'll decide. Oh, look, I've got more papers, more lined papers that I was going to put in. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. That's pretty full as it is. We'll do a flip through. You guys tell me if I should add more little papers to it. Then look at my double-sided tape. Garbage, garbage. How are you guys? Did you guys have a good weekend? I know it's still the long weekend. Okay, so I've got double-sided tape right here on my thumb. I'm going to tuck it up under here and tape down that little bit of elastic. Oh, I don't need that much. Am I getting to the end of the roll maybe? That did that to me? I only need half of that. And we're going to do the same down here. So yeah, that's still pretty loose. I'll still be able to get that in and out, I am sure. Let's just try it. As I say, this center is removable. I need to do a book board yet. Oh, no, it's pulled off the tape. So evidently, I need it to be as loose as it is. So what am I going to do with that double-sided tape now? It's down there good. I'm going to have to put something on that. We'll do this. And we'll see if that holds. Because, like I say, obviously that double-sided tape, it's not holding the elastic down, and I need that amount of elastic for this to go in. So, as I say, this is just a little center I did. I've got the accordion style little file of bits of papers. I got some line papers. I did tags. To go in them. I did the black ribbon with yellow lines for the roads. These open up. These come out. There's little bits in each and every pocket there. Okay, so we're going to do a quick flip through. And you guys are going to tell me if you think I need more of this lined paper stuff. I can just shove it in anyway. Really. And just make a book board. Because if I just need to make a book board, we're good. So let's put this in so that we know how much ribbon I need. Come. So that goes in the center. Maybe I should do something to close that too. And then on the, I can put a little tag on it. Remove to write in journal. Yeah. Okay. So this is the beast. We'll do a flip through. This is going to go around. You guys decide if I'm putting yellow dots on it as a road. So we're doing a quick flip. Like I said, I'm going to put a text spot here so that I can put in the letter from the maker and how to use the journal. This is not a tuck. This is just a little notepad I did. Belly band stuff with a handmade little journal in there. Mini journal. Pocket stuff in it. Let's add some more stuff. Might as well give them lots of stuff to write on. I have another one here. Because I can. Little bits of line paper. Little flip up. There's nothing behind my flips. These are glued down. Little cluster spark plugs. Monica's nice enough to send me pictures of spark plugs. I cut them out. We all know how much I love to cussy cut. Flip out of vehicle. Another little notebook stapled in. Another flip. That car was from Monica too. Thank you, Monica. Add a little piece of paper to this. And this. I got lots of pieces of paper here. Lots. This could be a well-stuffed little journal. All this stuff is full. Maybe I need, I don't know. How are you, Belinda? Nice to see you too. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I worked on this all weekend. And like I say, I'm happy with it the way it is. I did this little thing, and it can't glue down because it's got a pocket on the back, right? So I took all these tires, and I cut them out, and then I drew lines on the back. So there's a lot of piddly work in this. That's why I'm saying I will be happy just to let this go the way it is without adding the extra little bits that I've got, just because I've put an awful lot of work into it, and I don't know exactly when they're going to need it. I've done all these little postage things, papers with stamps, etc. on. But you can see that there's no way somebody's going to be able to write on this side of the page if this is in the book. So I have to make sure that they know that that is removable. Lots of stamps and line drawing, a little bit of doodling, nothing huge. Oh, come on, don't. I had a couple more of those little pages that I could have put in the notepads, did not. I can tuck some in. Another little flippy car. Lots of space for writing. Lots and lots of space for writing. Another little notepad inside. So like I say, I still have lots of stuff I can glue down into it, but seriously, guys, they're going to get this for, they're gonna buy tickets for the silent auction. They usually sell for what, $5 for $10. So then you put your ticket in whatever you want to win, and so somebody could get this for like $2. Excellent, Jan. That's awesome. So like I say, do I put yellow paint on this to make it look like a road? And then I'm going to tie it at the back. It's going to go around to wrap at the front, and I'm going to tie on this Chrysler key. I am not doing any paper clips. I am not doing anything else. Yes, no, yellow lines. This is a lot. Make the road dashes? Yeah, right. And it does. It connects to the tags that I made and put in there. I did a lot of cussy cutting, and I bought that die with the gears and the frame. That is such a pig. It's got like almost like dead spots. You have to go over it 3 or 4 times. And I've put in, what are they called? Fun foam, as well as the pads that you get with it. All right, let's not get it in the black paint. Yes, normally I could save that. Normally for adding into a journal, it's gone. We're not playing that game today. This is golden benzimidazolone yellow light. I watched one of the golden, you know what they're called. What are they called? Caca for brains today. You watch their videos and then you can sign up for a free package of stuff. That's what that is. Now you have to put this on pretty thick for the yellow to show. I learned that. If it starts to sink in, you have to go over it because otherwise the yellow does not show. I did 6 tags. I was going to do 12. By the time I got 3 of the ribbons done, I said no. You get 6. 6 tags. We're done. Exactly, Jan. I know that feeling. I really do. So I was going to add some pages like from a blue book. So I went to the Kelly Blue Book website, but they want the VIN of vehicles. Well, the only VINs I have are my vehicles. And I wasn't about to put those in there and then use that in a journal that I'm donating. You know what I mean? And the road's starting. But I have to admit that I got so many ideas for doing more things. And if I wouldn't have left it till the last minute, you know me, I probably could have used some of those fun ideas. It's not that I lack for ideas, it's more a case of I'm running short on time. Oh, I know what I could do. I could put like an elastic around that center thing with a note saying, please remove when writing in the journal. Or maybe I shouldn't even have put it in the elastic. Whoa! That just slid all the way onto the floor. Hmm. And of course, Kim picks it up paint side. Paint side? No. Well, yellow lines on the road sometimes have slop because people have driven over them. In this case, it's operator error. So yeah, I could put that this is a removable section. Please remove before writing in the journal, and then I will do a book board. not going to fit in there very nicely because it's so chunky. I have to admit, I do chunky very well. This will be nice to get this off my desk because new month. Yes, happy September, guys. The Burr months have started. Although today here it is 29 with the humidex. So now I have a question. He's going to ask me what this thing is worth. What do I tell him? What would you guys say? Anyone? Anyone? $100? 150? What do you think it's worth? I'm not going to say it's under $100, that's for sure. Not with all the work put in. Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking, John. 100's low, but because, people like to say, oh, I won this, blah, 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 it's worth this. I've been playing on Instagram a lot lately. And for some reason, a lot of writing challenges have been crossing my feed. I am so tempted to start writing again for, like, my word. Am I talking? No, I wasn't talking for a minute there. I'm concentrating on making a road. Can you hear me now, Teresa? I've decided that, well, I used the black ribbon with yellow dashes on it for the tags that I put in the journal. So I'm just using this black ribbon for the wrap for the journal. I'll do one last flip through while this is drying. And I'm asking what people are thinking this journal is worth. Like, I'm donating it. I don't care what it's worth. But they're going to need to know what it's worth, what I think it's worth. So, Teresa, yeah, I'm going to do a flip through so that I know you're working on that special journal. So maybe there's something else in there that you might get ideas from. I really have not done anything Like this is not, I can't say it's not my style. And it's not just that it's not my style. I think it's because I can't just go over to my bin of bits and just add things because I don't have those kinds of things to add. Can you hear me, Teresa? I tell you, I'm really glad I got that stuff out to you, Teresa, before this craziness was going on with your postal service. See, it kind of bleeds into the ribbon and the paint kind of disappears. You have to put it on really thick. Tony, are you in the States? The reason I'm asking is I'm in Canada. So what you say $65 for, if I use the exchange rate, that's more of what? So my die cuts and stuff came in, Teresa, either that day or the next day. So I was working on some die cuts and stamps and stuff in this thing. Wow, did I get some incredible stencils, guys. Got a nice Timu haul. Um, do, do, do. So anyway, I was doing that. I'll show you in the journal. It's a frame with gears around it. And because it's from Timu, I had so much problems getting it to cut nicely. Both on paper, I guess thinner paper might work, but I didn't want super thin paper. And some of the gears are delicate enough that I didn't, like these are like the gears. So all the little bits around, they were not punching out very nicely on the cardstock I was using. It was very frustrating. I probably spent an entire day getting those two frames done well enough that I was happy enough to put them in the journal. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely going to tell them 100, for this journal that it's worth. Okay, now the trick is to move this ribbon off my desk without getting paint everywhere. And not have it fold in on itself. I need it to dry. We're going to drape it over whatever this is beside me here. All right, so we'll do the final flip through. Cover, spine, back cover. That's a 2-inch spine, guys. So it's got 2 signatures and a whole bunch of little envelopes. And all these little envelopes have stuff in them. Usually just one thing, you know. So that's where all the tags with the ribbons went. But all of these have things in them, all these envelopes. And it's the center of the journal. So this is one of those little accordion things. Each has a little bit of paper in it. Hey, Brenda, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, Tony. It is. It is. It is. Okay, so I'm going to use that ribbon that I just painted the yellow lines on as the wraparound. This is a tire. Figured, card journal, kind of appropriate. So, again, this comes out. We will take it out for the flip through. I am going to put a note attached to this that if they're writing in this side of the journal, they need to remove this. I will make a book board. That's going to be next on my list to get done. I'm also going to do I'll tape this down and I will do a tuck strip here so that the letter from the maker and how to use this journal instructions are tucked in there. So basically I've got a lot. I did all the papers with double-edged. First I used some muck water and then I did black paint around the edges. I don't use inks. This is a little notepad. I've got a few of these in here, just, extra writing space. I'm all about the writing space. Belly band. There's a little handmade journal. Again, hand-drawn lined papers. Car stuff. This is lined on the back. So these are stamped lines, drawn, whatever. Lots of little blurby things. There's a lift here. Let's glue that down. Yeah, that's yeah, that's why I ask you guys as well, right? Because it's crazy. So I've got little blurby things, tuck spots, papers. This again has lined paper on the back. I did some postage with cars. Flip. Blurb, life's too short to drive a boring car. I think we were working on the clusters last week, so what I added to them was a spark plug and a little gear from the punch out from the die cut I just bought. I just pamphlet stitched the two signatures in. This is a calendar. All about tires. Another little notebook that I did. I didn't put anything behind the flips. Like this is where I'm going, this is so not me, because I would have a little decorative box or something under the flap so that they could put something special, right? Something special in there. I'm just out of time. Good cars get you from point A to B. Great cars get you in trouble. This is the die cut. And I tell you, it was so futzy. My word. Yeah. Lots of little bits. They're lined, they're stamped, they're warning, may spontaneously start talking about cars. Again, more lined papers. Another fold out car. All these pages have lots of room for writing, drawing, whatever they like. The cars we drive say a lot about us. Another little notebook. Again, another little notebook that I did. I did this little pocket, and it can't get glued down because it's got a pocket on the back as well. So what I did was I cut out all the tires, and then I drew lines on the back of each and every one of them. So they're just like little notebooks things. And then a couple of really nice pictures of old cars. Thank you, Monica. And I did a little notebook. So it's the little things, right? It's the little things that make it that little bit special, adds up. More lined papers. See, normally I would be doing decorative edges and stuff, but it's masculine, so I didn't want to do too many decorative edges either, right? Like, I could stamp them with the gears, but, you know, I've got gears going through. Another postage, another car. Little blurbs from that Haynes manual, general engine overhaul procedures. Another that. It's a long road, but it's worth it. This is that Medina fold pocket thing, so you can put things in all four corners, but I didn't want stuff sticking out the sides. No page tabs, nothing. I no paper clips, nothing. Not doing it. Like, my driving scares me too, and of course I had to put the Ferrari sticker on it. Another car flip. You know, they're stamped, they're edged, some of them. Car. Another little notepad thing. Cluster. So that's it. That's the signatures in the journal. Then this is the centerpiece. So it's got little accordion style, little bits of paper in each of those, lined paper. These are 10 by 6 envelopes. So these are the tags I did, little bits of map, little bits of stuff. Road ribbon. Some of these I did do edgings on. No, you never get what it's worth. Never, never, never. So again, you know, clustery bits, written bits. These all have stuff in them. So I've got some receipts that I put stamps on. I've got, these are like little pockets just with little bits in. Same thing on this side. So then this is the center of it. So it goes under that elastic in the center. I put a tag in each of the big sides of the envelope because it was just easier. This is another flip of envelopes. I have all kinds of little pockets here as well. All with little bits of paper in for doodling on. And then on the back, I've got another accordion file of bits of paper. That's the journal, guys. Yeah, I don't want the buyer to go broke either. Because, I mean, this is a luxury item. We all know that. Not everybody journals. Not everybody's going to appreciate the amount of work that goes into it either, right? And I know that. So, especially for a car show, I want it to be loved, but I need it to be sturdy, not necessarily sturdy, but it needs to have, it has to hit somebody's cute bone. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So anyway, all I've got left to do then is the book board, wait for this road to dry, and then I'm going to tie it at the back, wrap it around twice, wrap it around here, and I am going to hang this Chrysler key from it. That's basically the only bling that this is going to have. It's an old car key. Yeah, I quite often give mine away too, obviously. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought. Like I say, I'm going to put, I'm not going to start punching holes in these, but maybe I will tie, just tie a piece of black ribbon around it. It won't be road, it's just going to be black ribbon. I will glue it here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. It won't be road, guys. I lied. It's going to end up being road. We know that. And I need enough to tie a bow. Okay. Here we go. It is. And see, I live in a province where I know somebody who can get it for you wholesale. Like, this is a very, very, artists and crafters know that if you're selling if you can sell in Manitoba, you can sell anywhere in the world. Right, right. And it is a charity event. Okay, we're doing another road. This one's going to go around that little centerpiece. And then we're going to pull out that cereal box I got over there, and we're going to start hacking it up for a book board. Just make the pieces. Don't put what together? This journal? They wouldn't know what to do with it. Like, turn it into a kit? Like I say, I got lots of stuff that I can still add. But a lot of it still needs to be fussy cut. And B, I don't want to overdo it. So, Tony, your October challenge, it starts October 1st? And is it like an ATC a day with the prompt? Okay, somebody's messaging me. Who's sending me messages? Okay. I'm going to be rude and ignore you. I love you, but I'm ignoring you. I've actually thought that maybe it's time to move on from journals for a while again. because I've got a lot of journals that need to be done, and I'm not selling, so I'm storing them. I was thinking maybe I would do a Christmas market. But I'm thinking that I will only do a Christmas market if they decide not to do the fundraiser this coming weekend. Because I haven't seen posters, you know, haven't heard much, 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 much. Oh, and it's not this weekend, it's next weekend. So I do have time to add more. Oops. Yeah, it needs to be loved. I mean, I would have no problem with it. I mean, I failed home ec and got honors in auto. I still laugh about that. Something to do with having to follow a recipe and having to follow a pattern, right? Didn't mind doing an oil change and following the rules with that because you got to do it. But cooking, sewing, puh. And it was funny because my mom gave me the option because we had options in school. And I really wanted to take auto. It was the first time auto was offered for girls. And my mom said, you'd probably be much happier knowing how to change the oil in your car. You could pick up typing anytime, anywhere. She didn't even bother saying go to home ec because I'd already failed it 2 years in a row. What can I say? Oops, that works. Okay, there it is. Or a tag or an index card. Ooh. Okay, I will have to check it out. But like I say, I've got 2 crops happening in October, as well as my regular streams. There's something else happening in October. Can't remember. All right, this one needs to go and dry. Are you dry? Are you dry? This one is dry, so I'm going to tie it onto the back. And I'm going to put some glue on it so it stays put. You'll take a prize. So I put punched holes and put grommets in. So I'm going to tie a knot. And I'm going to leave that end just the way it is. I will put a dab of glue on it to stop it from fraying. Okay, so it's going to go around. Oh, that's hanging over. Should it go from the back? No, it's got to go this way. See, I put washers underneath this. There we go. There we go. So I want to go around twice. And then I'm going to tie the key on. But I'm going to wait until I put that centerpiece in so that I know exactly how chunky it is. So what do you think? It's done. Yay! That's the key. I gotta wait for that piece of ribbon to dry. So we're gonna go and we're gonna get this here cereal box. This can go over here. This muck water, I don't think I need, I'm gonna be using muck water on the board. I am. So I'm just gonna put it over here. I just don't want to spill anything. Because, there's nothing worse than finishing a project and then spilling something on it. Yay! Yeah, I'm happy. Okay, so look, this isn't going to fit in there. I have to lop it apart. I think I can get the book board out of one side of this cereal box. Pretty sure. I need it to be more manageable size, so Raisin Bran, yay! Okay, so those of you, I start by making sure I got a straight line, one straight edge. And that's what I use for making my other straight edges. That way you also get your right angles. Okay, so I want it to be 4 inches by 6 inches. Now, I detest this machine for one reason. I don't know exactly where the 6-inch mark is. I'm going to say there. I don't know. I'm calling it there. I'm going to do it 4 by 6. That seems to be a nice size for me to do. So that was 6. Right? 6. Nope. And we're going to take that down to 4. Ooh, that's pretty small. What size can I do these ones? Oh, yeah, it's a 4 by 6. Yeah, that's a good idea, Teresa. So we've got one 4 by 6. Now we're going to do the same thing with this piece. Then we're going to glue them together. Give me a straight edge first. Okay, Jan, take care. Hugs to the girls. And to you. So then I've got 3 straight edges to work from. So we're going to do this again to that line. 6. And now we do it to 4. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these 2 sides together, facing each other, because I usually paint the back side black and then I decorate the other side. It is a nice cutter. So glue, lots of glue. Because sometimes these silly things are a little shiny. I probably should have run a sanding block over, but I didn't. This is just regular Elmer's glue. Excuse me. Oh, sure, now I've got a tickle in my throat, and I don't have a drink. That's okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're going to let this sit. I am going to clamp it just to make sure it stays good and solid. See? I'll come back and trim that after. I guess I probably could have put it under something with weight. That would entail me going over there. And I've already been off screen today. There we go. We will leave it at this, and that will be lovely. That should be big enough. Okay, so now what are we going to put on top of it? We could probably use a piece of that map. Do I have any of that map left? If not, we'll use one of these. I got a Winnipeg Street map. And I need a 4x6 piece. I'm just going to tear out a page. Sorry, guys. That's going to be irritating now. And I want fun stuff like right in the middle of it. You've got to go too? Okay, Teresa, take care, hon. Thanks for coming. Ouch. Move your fingers out of the way when you do that, silly. Okay, I want this yellow line off, so I'm going to cut it here. And I want that yellow line off. Okay, so I'm going to take it to 4 inches. You know, I'm going to take it to 4 1/4, and I will cut it down after. Oh, stay. And approximately 6. I'll give it that little bit more as well. All right, I got lots of mat pieces left to play with. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so we're going to make this into a book board about cars. Sorry, good grief. What have I got? What have I got? I got I could cut out these pictures and put them on there. Let's do that. And then, what about if I take this blue, like I did for the tags and stuff, and put a piece of this blue down? Okay, Tony, take care. Thanks for coming. I will check out your rules and regulations for your thingy thing. Now, did I did. I muck water edged those. I'll put the muck water away. So what if I just take these and put them down? Just like that. We could do that. Okay, guys, this is going to make me crazy. I need to run upstairs and get something to drink. I will be right back. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. So sorry. All right. I got some blackberry lemonade. I know it looks like wine, but it's not. It's actually very good. And it's cold because it was in the fridge. I don't normally drink cold stuff. All good. We're good now. Okay, so I use these on the tags. And I used hubcaps. Nope. Rims. Reason I'm using these is because they're already marked, edged, whatever you want to call them. And I got to do it so that, remember, because I cut it big. This page is big. So I'm going to work more in the center. So also on those cards, those tabs, I used some of this shiny blue. Hey, Jean. Nice to see you. I finished that card journal. Well, I'm this close to being finished with the card journal. I'm just working on a book board right now. But the card journal's 99.9% done. You're bored? Oh no! I'm sorry you're bored. I'm going to add that there. Yep, I turned it over, Belinda. I don't know. I just don't know. So yeah, just doing a book board because I liked it there. I liked it there. Everyone's napping. Oh, yeah, I could see how that would be boring. And then I had a number. I had extra numbers. Oh, I had little bits of map too, but it's on a map background. What did I do with those numbers? Well, isn't that annoying? Huh. What would I have done with those now? Well, I can just add the number after when I find them. Because seriously. But are you having a good time otherwise, Jean? Like here for a good time, you know. Have you been craft supply shopping? Did you get any cool beads lately? I am really annoyed that I don't know what I did with those numbers. I was just looking at them going, oh, I should use these numbers for something. Okay, no numbers. Let's count these cars. No, I know you don't like to sit around. So I'm going to lop off these pictures and see if well, 4 of them won't fit. So I'll use 1967. Oh, no, 1975 and 1994. No, 1975, because that's the year I was married. No, that's the year Ron and I started going out together, was 75. 2009, I think that's when my grands was born. I don't know. You've been to Dollar General twice? Oh no. But do they have some fun stuff? You know, I'm going to see if I can get these 3. That's bigger than 6 inches, I think. Well, that's annoying when everybody's napping. Do you want to do something? Is it hot? Are they just having siestas? 76? Well, it's 76 here, but feels like 84 with the humidex. Seriously, walking outside right now, it feels like you're just walking into a cloud. It's just, ugh. Are you about 6 inches? Yep, you're under 6 inches. So you can go like this. Sorta. Sorta. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just throw a couple of them on. Is it the long weekend there for you guys too? I think it's Labor Day there as well. Do it like that. Just like that. Just like this. I need to remember, this is bigger than the book board because I cut it extra large. This is a very bare bones journal for me, Jean. I'm not going... It's not a normal Kim journal. All right. I'm going to leave that like that for now because I've got these little bits that I can add. We'll take the clamps off this. I think it needs a piece of black cardstock on the back. Maybe I'll do that instead of painting it black. Take all these, put them in the bin. I have this piece of black cardstock, so I'm going to glue that down onto this piece of black cardstock. Ooh. Might have to go the other way, this way. That's okay. It's okay. Just want to make sure that it's really good and sturdy. If you know what I mean. So what else is new? Anybody? What did I do? I made a rice bag and some unpapered towels because my sister had asked for some. So I took them and delivered them to my niece yesterday. Then I came down here and worked on this. I actually cooked a big supper yesterday. We had pork chops and taters and haven't been doing much cooking lately. Okay, now we're going to trim this good. Now, you can see there's a little bit of an overlap there. I'm just going to trim it down with the scissors. Because I can. Hey, Stephanie, nice to see you. I haven't done that either. I just finished this journal. It's for a fundraiser. It's a chunky beast. So I'm just doing the book board to go with it. And I'm waiting for another piece of this ribbon that looks like a road to dry, because I've got a centerpiece that's going in that. It's too bad you live that little bit far, Stephanie. It'd be so good to have a play date with gel plates and stuff. It really would. So as I say, I'm just doing a book board, just making sure that all these levels are equal. So it's 2 pieces of cereal box and then a piece of black cardstock on the back. It would be huge fun. Yeah, I haven't done that for a while. I have a couple of things that I need to get painted. Okay, so this is going to go the front of the top of the book board. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, to keep this a little bit smoother, I am going to spread this glue out with a card. Because I didn't think of that on the other side. Just so that I don't have those lines quite so prominent. Okay, just pick it up. You're washable. Did your moms ever say that to you? Just jump in that puddle. You're washable. And I do jump in puddles. I have friends that don't go anywhere with me when it rains because they know darn well I'm going to jump in the puddles. Making sure that there's a good coat. Good coat. But smooth-ish. Ish. No, your mom never said that to you? Oh, yeah. I had a very, it was fun. Oh, I got glue on the back. Ugh. Oh, yeah, I used to take my kids out to jump in puddles. My kids still jump in puddles. My grandkids jump in puddles. They're washable. Their clothes are washable. Have some fun. Well, I guess too, it was also a case of you're not going to melt. You're not sugar or spice. You're not going to melt. And there's something nice about splashing puddles. I was actually coming back from my sister's granddaughter's grad, and it rained while we were in there. So, walking through the parking lot with my nephew and his girlfriend, and I'm jumping in puddles, and she's kind of looking at me like, seriously? You're an old lady. What are you doing? But we get along great now. Now that she knows me better, she doesn't roll her eyes. My nephew doesn't even care because he knows. He knows. Oh, really? No, no. Well, I think because my mom was British, they grew up with a lot of rain, right? All right. So, you know, it, not my style, not my style, not my style. I am going to outline these. I didn't outline anything else really in the book. But this here book board looks really naked to me. Oh, yeah. Because Kim can't draw a straight line. What's she doing? She's making really thick borders. Okay, it's okay. Really. Oh, my kids used to swim in the ditch. The next door neighbor, the kids came in one day and they were bored. I was over there having coffee and visiting, and her kids and my kids, they're the same age pretty much. And she said, well, go fill in the holes in the driveway. So what did the kids do? They went and they filled the holes up with water and they lay in them. And our driveways are a gravel called sea base. So they turned orange from the clay. It was fun. It was fun. I'm still about those numbers. Where would I have put them, guys? I am going to muck the edges of this. I'm going to take some muck water and do the edges, and then some black paint. I have no idea where those numbers are. Well, isn't that sad? That is just sad. Okay, we're going to leave this because I can finish that off anytime. We're going to take this piece of road ribbon and we're going to put it on the back of this. So this is the center of the journal. It's removable. It's made up completely of envelopes. So I've got these little accordion envelopes, and each piece has something in it, right? So these are the tags I did. With road ribbon, and then I've got these ones. So they've got all kinds of like little papers and receipts with stamped old cars. You know. But I wanted to tie it shut and have it, it's the center of the journal, but I wanted it removable so that when people are working in the journal, they could remove this. So let's find the center ish. And we're going to glue it. We're just going to stick some glue on it. We're going to do it right here. Big blob of glue. Centerish. That's coming right through. This is seam binding ribbon. And I want it to hold really well, so I'm glad that the glue is coming through, oozing through. Oh, this is starting to bow. I'm going to have to put that under something. To making flat. Now I can't put it into the journal yet because I need that to dry. I guess what I could do is I could also take a little strip of paper and put it over that as well to hold it even better. Let's take a little strip of, I've got blue paper here. That's about a 1/2 inch. We'll just take a little strip like this, and now I'm going to glue that down the spine. No, this is seam binding, 1/2 inch. So it's kind of like see-through-ish, even. I'm using what I got. And I wanted black ribbon for the tags because it's supposed to be a little bit more on the masculine side. There, like that. That will hold it in place nicely. All right, so I can put this in the middle of the journal now because the glue won't stick to the stuff in the journal. You're welcome. Okay, so let's undo this ribbon here. We'll go to the center of the journal. So I've left an elastic there to tuck this in. I guess maybe what I should do is make sure these are kind of attached towards the edges as well, because whoever gets this isn't going to want to futz around with making sure that ribbon is under the elastic. Okay, so we're going to tie this shut. Do a bow. So that's the center of the journal. It's chunky, 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 chunky. So now we're going to wrap this around. It's got to go under the button. One, 2 times around the button. Look, I've got lots left. And I want the key to hang about here. So I'm going to string the key on. I want it about there. I'm going to tie a knot. I think I've left enough room that It's a little low. A little low. I don't want it to be that low. How low can you go? There we go. And we'll do a double knot. And we'll cut it here. Look, I have some road ribbon left. Maybe I can add it onto that book board. Down the side. Down the side and then add numbers to it. Oh, that'll be much nicer than it is. I like that. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to call this journal done. Except for, like I said, I'm going to put that little text spot with the letter in the front. The letters in the front. I am going to put the note on the middle to remove that. And then there will also need to be a little bit of room for the book board. And as I say, I'm going to call it done. So I would like to thank you guys for hanging out with me while I'm finished this off. I hope I inspired you to play with something today. And that was it. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. I don't know what I was thinking, and I made the spine way too big because I always have really chunky journals. So then it was like, okay, I got either have to do another signature, which I didn't feel like doing because of all the work. Hey, April, nice to see you. So I did this take out thing with all the pockets. And like I say, all the pockets have stuff in them. It's got all the tags, all the text spots and stuff in here. But really, this is such a plain journal compared to what I normally do. It's, but see, if I just left it, we have this kind of an issue. That's why this center thing can come out. Awesome. Awesome, Teresa. You know, it works really nice. I think that looks like a road. Yeah, it's a chunky monkey. I don't know how to make thin journals, Stephanie. Like, seriously, I really don't know how to make a thin journal. So, piece of black ribbon, a little bit of yellow paint. Make your dashes, make a road. So on that note, I would like to thank everybody for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I am going to call it a day. And I will see you tomorrow going live at 12:45. See, look. I put washers underneath this as well, so there should be enough room to get underneath there. But you know how it goes. Little Chrysler key on there. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you being here and chatting and visiting and keeping me company. And look, I've got shadow puppets again. Why do I keep forgetting to put that big light on? I don't know. Thanks to everybody up in the balcony, and thanks to anybody who watches the replay. Hugs to each and every one of you. If you want to know how I sewed that signature in, it's right at the very beginning of the stream. And aside from that, nothing else has been taught today. All right, guys, big hugs. Take care. I will see you at 12:45 tomorrow. Going live at 12:45. And Sherry did put a journal up and did a stream for it with a flip through. So please check it out. Quick, Sherry, put your link in fast. Can you do it? Can you do it? Are you here? Anyway, I think I saved the chat. So if you guys scroll up, it should be there. All right. Big hugs. I'll have a clean desk tomorrow. I lie. But it'll be cleaner. See you guys. Take care. Bye now.